first cell I was in was 8 guys, an 8-man pod, and the toilet's right in the middle of everybody. It's a mess. It's a mess. And then 24-man pod was when I ended.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Tommy Stigs.
The conspiracy charge. I would not, because then I'm admitting I'm part of something. Charge me with the crime, bookmaking, violating gambling laws, whatever it might be. Drop the conspiracy, I'll give you a guilty plea. I'll go away. I'll take it. I'll take the hit. And they did. They gave me 9 months in county. I got 9 months in county. Essex County, 2 years probation, fines, and this and stuff. So, it's hard when you go in there and you say, "Now I'm a fucking convict." Like I just pled guilty, and now I am an actual con. Right? I'm a convict. It's weird when you hear it, when you say it, when they drop that hammer down and they take everything away and put you in that big door closes, that big metal door that they have. Boom, it closes on you.
What was the light going into
Crazy.
the county for 9 months?
County's brutal. If anybody knows county,
it is brutal.
County's worst.
People come and go, and there's drugs everywhere. It's people fighting. It's just a madhouse, man.
Mess. County is. People say, you do short time in county, but man, you do a week in county, you're already institutionalized. You're fucked up after a week, right?
It starts to go by pretty quick once you get in the swing of things because there's so much action going on in county. Once you get to prison, it kind of, and you're like,
the problem with being sentenced to county is the problem with being sentenced to county is the instability, the non-routine of county. It's just a revolving door. There's people everywhere coming in and out. Like you just said, your cellies change every day. It's just crazy.
Like Stigs, I'm going home. Stigs, Stigs, I'm going home. Crazy. I'm going to court. I'm going home.
Yeah. Pack up. You're going out. All of a sudden, pack up. This one's going home.
You got to hear that every day, and you got to sit there for 9 months.
Every day. Every day. And then you hear another one coming in, and every Tuesday the bus would come up to county, so we would get all new inmates on every Tuesday. And some of them I knew, some of them I didn't. But that's basically what it is. So basically, at the end of the line, my main goal was not to plead guilty with a conspiracy attached to it. I never wanted to admit that I was part of something. That just bothered me, and I think that protected other people because that can leave them open for future investigations once you say you conspired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just my way of thinking. And my lawyer kind of agreed with that. And the only way they were going to get a guilty plea out of me is if I got the conspiracy charge dropped, which they did. So, which worked out.
Any major events happened to you while you were in prison? Anything you remember?
Nothing to me. I've seen it. Obviously, I saw a guy's fucking head get split right open with a mop wringer.
Oh, the things that clip on the mop, right? You take them right out. Boom!
Bang! Slice right open. I'm like, this fucking guy's, there's scrambled eggs on the ground. What is going on here? Right open. So I saw things like that. Fights. County's a brutal place, man. It's not a good place to be.
Man, I seen them discipline gang members in the back queue.
It's no good,
like
man.
they used to. The Spanish guys used to be nietas, right? They used to, if one of their own fucked up in county, they would make them kneel on the bed and put their feet in the air, and they would take a slipper, smack them right on the bottom of their feet. Bam, bam. Wow. And you hear a grown man screaming, man.
In county.
Crazy. In county.
County's brutal, man. It's not a good place to be. You get a little metal bed. Little mattress that's like this thick and nothing. It's crazy.
You feel metal through the fucking bed like that.
God, it was horrible. My first cell was 8 guys. The toilet's
all right detoxing, right? Everyone's detoxing.
Oh, I heard guys kicking. 40 bag a day habits. I've seen guys kicking, crying, screaming, sick, right there with us. But the first cell I was in was 8 guys, an 8-man pod, and the toilet's right in the middle of everybody. It's a mess. It's a mess. And then 24-man pod was when I ended. 24-man. It's interesting. Um, I regret none of it, Staxx.
Make you never want to go back, though, right?
No, I don't want to go back, but I regret none of it. It shaped me. It's made my reputation for what it is right now, and it worked out pretty good.
Yeah,
Worked out pretty good.
you get a lot of respect from some pretty stand-up individuals out there.
Yeah, it's going good, man.
So let's touch on that a little bit.
All right, whatever you want to do.
How did you ever get involved with Joey Merlino and
Oh, okay.
Little Snuff? Shout out to Joey Merlino and Little Snuff.
Yeah.
Go check out their podcast, The Skinny. I'll put a link
Great
in the
guy.
description of this video.
Yeah, that would be great if you do that. They're great guys. They're great guys. We got introduced. Me and Joey got virtually introduced a year ago, or more than that now, when he was thinking about doing this, kicking around the idea. And that's when it started. That's when the relationship started. It was too close to football season last year for him to launch it. He wasn't ready 100%. He wasn't ready 100%. So that's basically where it started. A very serious guy introduced us. And we ended up being really good, really cool. He's a great guy. He's good to me, good to him. Talk basically every day, through text or a phone call, whatever. And Snuff, the same thing. These guys are really, really good guys. Listen, when they say the good guys, they don't mean good guys these people take this shit literal.
I know.
When they say we're here for the good guys, what they mean for the stand-up guys. You know what I mean? These guys, they do shows taking this shit literal. They look like idiots. It's not a literal term. It just means stand-up guys. It doesn't mean the good guys. Criminality was involved. We know this, right? This is a fact. But anyway, got a good relationship. They were starting up the show. Went back and forth a little bit. Recommended a few things for them based on some of my experience, obviously in YouTube, a little bit here and there. And everything that I told them, everything that I recommended, they kind of implemented. And it's home run. They're doing fantastic. I'm not taking credit for anything that they're doing. I'm just saying little things that I recommended them to do, they did. Then they said, you want to moderate this because we got the trolls can ruin the show.
Yeah, they can.
They could blow the show out. Right?
Yeah.
I think they can.
100%. Yeah, they can.
They can, right? Yeah.
They could put some different words in the chat. They can do all kinds of things.
So I'm right there like a bull, man. I'm just knocking them out. You see what I'm doing now? I'm knocking them out, putting them in the trunk. Listen, if you have to complain about why you were timed out, that means you ain't doing the right thing. You have to ask why you were timed out. That means you didn't choose your words right. Now I let it go a little bit. I'm careful. I'm cautious. And, we want to get the views out of it, obviously. So I worked that middle there. I kind of know what I'm doing pretty good. I think I got it on lock. They're doing great with it. They're happy with what I'm doing. So I may go down there soon. I may go down there soon and be on the show with them. Maybe for a Q&A when they do a Q&A.
It would be a cool addition to the show,
Yeah.
Because they got the lid. Shout out to the lid, man. And then the kitchen consigliere. Shout out to him too. Got a lot of good guys.
Angelo's coming on my show Wednesday, actually. I'm gonna have him on Wednesday night. So it's been fun. It's been fun. They're good with me. I guess obviously, like you said, through these years I must have made a decent impact with the way I do things or the way I did things, and they recognize it, so it works out well. So if I go down there, it's going to be probably when they do the Q&A. I'll field the questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be a pretty good show.
We'll have a good time.
Forward to that.
We'll have a good time with that. I think it's going to be after football season. They want to get through football season because they're on a rush.
A lot of these content creators and people out here, I think a lot of them are using Joey's name, and they're using a lot of the drama that's created around all this to benefit themselves.
Yep. And I never did one. Can you imagine? And they tell me to do it. They're like, use this. Drop your link. Promote your show. I'm too humble, Staxx. It's a bad thing.
Hey,
It's a bad
man, I think you're playing your cards pretty good. You are.
All right. I'm just going slow and steady. And sometimes 2 weeks ago I did like an after party live. And I
Yeah,
promoted that.
that's cool too when you do that because it gives people. There's a lot of people in that chat, man. What was it? 1,200 people.
2150.
22,000 people.
No, 2100. No, 2150 live.
2,150 people.
And I'm
So
moderating that.
after that, yeah, and then after the show, they come over to yours and just chop it up. I love
Yeah.
your show, man. It's a place I
Thank
could
you.
come and just,
Thank you.
throw some
Appreciate
comments
that.
in there. I don't
Yeah.
go to a lot of shows. I don't have time to watch this stuff. I am
I have
always
good people.
working and grinding, editing,
You
and
are, yes. I got
trying
good
to
people, so
trying to get to another level with this, man. I think
Thank you.
something big's in your future, man. I sense it.
Who knows? We'll see. Take it as it comes, right? You're
Definitely.
putting in the work. You're doing well, Staxx. Your stuff is good. I like what I see. So it's great stuff. You come into my chat, that people greet you to say hello to you. It's nice,
Yeah.
right? Nice
Yeah,
cozy
no
spot.
disrespect. There's none like that. And
Nothing.
listen, a lot of people out there, some people don't like me, but that's okay because I didn't like me at one point. So
Oh
I
my
get
God.
it, man. I get it.
What you say? I didn't like myself.
I didn't like
You said I did.
myself, man. So I love who I am now, and they'll learn to
Great.
love me eventually because they're gonna have to
Yeah.
deal with seeing my face, right?
You're growing on yourself and you're growing on people now. So you're liking yourself now. So it shows. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Well, look, you're confident, you're skilled, you got all this going on the way you're doing this right now. I mean, the background, beautiful stuff, man. Really nice. It
Wait till you
really is
see
great.
when I edit it all, man. It's gonna look
Yeah,
really good. It's gonna look like a
it looks
movie.
it looks good. So look, we can do this more anytime you want. I'm happy to hang out, chill, chat a little bit. Staxx, I got a story you want to jump on. I'm be glad to do it with you anytime. Anytime you want to do it. So we
Definitely, I'm
touched
down to
on it
do
a
that.
little bit. We
Yeah,
touched on it a little bit. There's a lot of nuts and bolts we didn't talk about. We could go on for hours. You know what I mean? But we
100%.
got the gist of. I think you got the gist of what my past.
I'm definitely gonna have you on again. I want to do it live with you in the coming weeks. I got some major things planned. We'll talk after I shut this off. Yeah, I got some things. And you're gonna be involved. You'll see.
I'm in.
People will see what's going on.
Good. I'm in.
Now, you want to tell people where they can find your podcast?
Tommy Stigs Social Club. That's basically it. Staxx has it behind him, and that's all it is. We have coffee every day. It's just a general show. I'm not really in a genre. I could talk about this stuff all day. It's not my number one thing. I keep it general, kind of like a variety show. I have a few guests on here and there, and we just shoot the shit and hang out. It's a true social club vibe, and that's
When
it.
did you
That's all I'm
start
looking.
it? When did you start it?
When?
Yeah.
When? About a year
When
and a
did
half ago.
yeah. Year and a
About a
half?
year and a half. Year and a half.
You're
I'm
moving
up to about
along, man.
3,000. I'm doing pretty good with it.
Yeah, that's a lot of people don't even make it to 500, man.
Yeah, I did not expect it, Staxx. I got to be quite honest with you, but the people that are coming my way are saying, "Well, it's a breath of fresh air. It's a cool place to hang out.
Yeah.
Cup of coffee at night, a glass of wine sometimes, and that's it." So it seems to
Casual,
be
man.
they could break away. Yeah, casual. That's the word. Yeah, it's good. So it's cozy, and that's it. Tommy Stigs Social Club. That's my podcast.
And go check out the Skinny with Joey Merlino. I'll put the link in the description. Yes. Shout out to Lil Snuff. And
yeah,
I really appreciate you, man. We're going to do a live soon, and we'll chop it up this week. I'll get this out this week, and you guys can enjoy this story. And if you guys want to hear more, hit the like button, subscribe. And if you don't like this show, start your own podcast.
Hit the button, guys. Come on. This is Tommy Stigs, and I was just chatting with Staxx. We'll talk to you guys later.
I appreciate you, man.